Hello everybody, we're back. We return with more European Dota action here. We've moved on from round 1 into, would you believe it, round 2, Lacoste.
That's how it goes, 1 to 2.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, we don't have the series that we were looking for. Penta against Mouse isn't happening. Penta get a default win against Mouse Sports. Not entirely sure what's happening there, but I'm sure they'll let us know what's going on. But we do have OG against the final tribe. And you know what? The draft, you can hear it. The woman in the background is talking. She's saying there's picks happening, Lacoste. And we've got a Shadow Demon tiny opener for OG.
Bane as a first pick, even after the nerfs. I'm a big... I'll actually organize a Bane hating club. Everyone is free to join.
No subscription fee?
No subscription. We're just gonna hate on Bane, make memes. I'm open for any suggestions as well.
Make some posters, go out on the street.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just protest against the Bane.
Fair enough.
It's 2017. You can protest against whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Omni Knight, though, on the other hand, also nerfed in the D patch. Still viable, though. Yesterday we saw that hero is either mostly banned. I would love to see some numbers. Probably 80% banned, even in pubs. It's banned all the time.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first time we've seen him be picked. He's been first phase banned the majority of the time, but does come on through. So what was changed with Omni Knight? Just a little bit of nerf here and there? Because he had his like int gain or starting it nerfed the previous patch?
Well, this is a big nerf. The cast range on the heal, 125 range, so he needs to be a lot closer, which puts him in a bad position. Level 20 talent, not a big change. 4 mana region to +3. It doesn't matter at that point. That's pretty much nothing. Guardian Angel, also big nerf from 160 to 180, level 1. And 170 on level 2.
So quality of life changes there for the Omni a little bit then. Well, Shadow Demon got a little bit of a change as well. His disruption now no longer naturally gives that illusion of a hero when you kill
Catcher,
it.
Yeah.
Soul Catcher, yep.
That's why I'm
you
here,
get the
Gary. I got your back.
I do mess up my words sometimes, but now it's the level 10 talent, so it's maybe not as big a nerf as maybe some people are looking at, but definitely a cool little hero to play around with. Second phase of bans: Storm, Lifestealer, Night Stalker, and Tide. Yeah, pretty good heroes around there. Actually, we don't have a ticket, so it's maybe worth pointing out the final tribe. Maybe some of you guys haven't seen this team before. They have been wandering around in these kind of tier 2 tournaments, trying to get themselves up and running as a squad. But they've got some very recognizable names: Pablo, Hansken, Jonassenfan, Era, and Nox. Nox may be unknown to some people, but he's a very skilled player indeed.
We'll have to see about it. I never heard of him, though. He's Danish, right? They're Swedish/Danish stack.
10 seconds remaining.
The Scandinavian stack.
OG's
so clockwork for OG. And Bane, Slardar, Omni, final tribe.
Picking Slardar when you already have a Bane against a hero like a Clockwork is super risky, because Clockwork can kill those two heroes. They don't have any escape mechanism. Usually against Clockwork, what you want to have is pretty much a Rubik, a Night Stalker. He can fly over the cogs, throw him out of the cogs as well. After whatever 4-staff carrier you can get. None of these build 4-staff. Slardar does at one point after he gets Blink, which should
like
be
40 minutes into the game.
Depends how the game goes, between 25 and 65 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm looking at this and thinking the same thing as you. They've got no one that buys 4-staff. They've got Bane, Slardar, and they're against a Clockwork. For me, the first hero that kind of jumps to mind is something like a Mirana. You know, having the leap to jump out of cogs. Then you've got the Nightmare with Arrow combo to set up for. Slardar gives you that amp damage to really pump up the physical damage of the Mirana. But then you have a Mirana against heroes like Shadow Demon Tiny, and you're going to get jumped on and killed potentially very quickly.
Well, they might go for Mirana. It's an old school combo. I mean, OG can also go for one if they wanna with Shadow Demon.
Dire team pick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Where did that come from?
The latest changes for Enigma. His idolins move more quickly. It's actually, what, 30 more on level 4.
10 seconds remaining.
So
Speedy
quite a
little-
nice change though, and
5 seconds
he gets
remaining.
2 extra strength on at the start, which is good.
OG's turn to bat.
Very good. Weaver for the final tribe. Does have that time lapse to try and get away from people. Still very, very squishy, it feels like here. Heavily reliant on Omni Knight having a good laning phase and being able to keep their cause alive. I'm not sure how I feel
10
about this.
seconds
If
remaining.
Final Tribe get a good laning stage, they can potentially run away with
5
things.
seconds
Lots of minus
remaining.
armor. Pretty good lockdown. Limited a little bit in teamfight control though, right?
They
You've got,
have decent control with Slaughter and Bane. I mean, Bane's the hero that does not need any items because he's so shit. Slaughter needs his Blink Dagger. A lot of minus armor on the side of Final Tribe.
Dire team bat.
What they can go for OG maybe, if they wanna, I don't know if they wanna mid Tiny or just safe lane Tiny. They can switch it around. Maybe they have a good initiation with Clockwork, Enigma as well.
10 seconds
I'm thinking maybe Sven would be a good choice with the War Cry, all that minus armor,
5 seconds
negation.
that could be pretty nice. That big
I-
old cleave.
Or they can just put Tiny on a safe lane. Maybe get a puck for mid, more control for the Weaver with their silence.
And what if you want to have fun? If you don't want to be serious right now as OG, what if you want to have some fun? Could you go for like a Tinker? Because there's not really that much catch here from Final Tribe. There's Swarm, there's sprinting, blinking Slardar. Could be annoying, but Final Tribe, they go for Invoker. And we did see a little bit of this at WESG, where Era was playing a little bit around with the Quaswex Invoker. We saw it last night from Thompson.
Yeah, they banned out Sniper. The reason could be maybe they wanted to pick OD themselves. Maybe even a Viper, if he's not banned.
It looks like they banned it just because he's Sniper that can buy Hurricane Pike, right? Get away from Clockwork. Cancel Black Hole with Assassinate. There's some little things there, I guess. But
Yeah, they got nothing to cancel the black. Okay, they have
Grip.
and the bash from Slaughter. Once Enigma gets the BKB. So, well, yeah, Phantom Lancer on a mid lane should pretty much destroy Invoker. He can get rid of bugs, get rid of the amp. Really good pickup there.
yeah, PL's going to have a pretty damn nice game. Like Wave Clear and Illusion Clear here for Final Tribe. It just doesn't exist. You have Omni Knight, and then you have maybe Invoker spells with Tornado, Deafening Blast, a bit of a meatball thrown in. But outside of that, feels like it's going to be a pretty free game for that Phantom Lancer. But we'll head in and see what is happening.
Yeah, the thing is they don't have any anything to deal with the illusions through the mid game besides Invoker, which is not super reliable. You don't want to cast your spells on PL illusions.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, that's true. He has gone Exort, so Sunstrike level 1 going to scout out over in the fountain to begin with. So they will have damage from this Invoker at the very least. And maybe a little bit of split push as the Forge Spirit shoving out lanes while he farms. But the majority of the time, we see Invoker get Hand of Midas, and on Dire side, just like sit here and farm these 3 camps for like 5-6 minutes. And then he comes out and it's like, oh, I've got Aghanims. I'm a hero now.
It doesn't matter. Invoker seems in this patch seems so weak compared to other mid laners like Puck, Queen of Pain, Viper. Pretty much he always gets destroyed in the lane, but always manages to come back. Besides that game yesterday we were casting, where Invoker, who was it? Thompson. Yeah, he played Quaswex Invoker, which is really rare. And then he decided to go for Necro Book, which is
Midas.
is good. Sometimes can work, not against the Tinker though. But what I was saying is that Invoker still gets the good timing on Aghanim Scepter when he gets Hands of Midas, of course. If he has a good game, 15, 16 minutes, maybe 17. If he has a bad game, 20 minutes, it's still good.
We'll see what Era gets up to. Bounty runes. Looks like the Dire team get their hands on 3 there as the Slardar went for a very aggressive move. Pablo the God.
Look at the mid though. This is a classic high-skilled player there. He moved the Boots of Speed into the stash backpack because he can block better. If you have more move speed, you can't block that good.
I remember, I think it was Moon Meander playing Nature's Prophet. He used to go and walk up, drop his boots like top lane here, and then go back and block the creep wave, and then run up and pick his boots later on.
Yeah.
Before backpack was around, of course. Cool little things people used to do. Double pushback with the cogs onto the poor Invoker. PL and Clockwork should have a decent time mid against the Bane Invoker for now. Lots of pressure will come in from this mid lane. While down at bottom, Omni Knight potentially struggling here. Shadow Demon and Tiny. Tree Grab already through its charges. Done a lot of damage into Yonasan Fan. I'm trying to keep him out of lane. It is kind of difficult with Stout Shield, Purification, sustaining him a decent amount, but no tail will, again, just grab a tree and shove him away.
Couple of hits, Tiny, really good laner. Let's see how the mid lane goes. Bane just Bane was also nerfed in the previous patch, so he's even more shit than he was before. Join the club. What's happening on top lane though? It's I mean, it's Enigma. He's always gonna get the farm, especially because the mids usually start 2 versus 2, so he can't get harassed. You can't really go on Enigma with just 2 heroes.
Yeah, and S4 just keeps denying creeps away from the Weaver. He's farming reasonably well. Nice
they can't kill him yet. They need more levels. Mid lane though.
Yeah, just a bit of a battle between the Bane and the Clockwork. As the Enfeeble out from Hansken as well. Going for this 1-1-0 build. Era just trying to get as many last hits as he can. Stay alive in this lane for as long as possible, but PL, it's not too difficult for him with the Quelling Blade to fight through that level 1 Enfeeble. It's annoying, but it's not lane ending by any means. Down at bottom, what we're looking at, and that's some fun. He's actually getting a decent amount out of this lane. Level 3, 9 CS. So far, the Shadow Demon Tiny not able to really hinder the...
Well, they can't really kill him. It's a Shadow Demon. He does not really shine on early levels. For the Soul Catcher, maybe they pull a combo, they can deal some damage, but with the Purification, he should be fine.
Yeah. Very, very difficult to kill him off. They're just trying to burn through regen at this point. Maybe force him to pop a salve, a tango here and there, but right now, sitting on stick charges and a mango. Mid lane again. Cogs coming out from the little old Clockwork. Trying to make a little bit of room here for the PL. As the Bane and Invoker are trying to make his life a bit of a hell here. 10 and 9 though. Those 9 denies do start to add up. Quite a lot for that Phantom Lancer against the Invoker.
Yeah, Phantom Lancer just waiting with his 3rd skill. Better if he's in danger, gonna skill a Doppelganger. If he needs to get a kill, maybe go for a Phantom Rush.
Yeah, very clever. Pablo just stealing out some Eidolons, forcing S4 out of the safe farm in that jungle as the wave does start to come in now, and the dive from Pablo, but S4 is going to try and get some damage back into them with these Eidolons. The swarm is there onto the Enigma. He's got 4 1 charges though, and this is not a kill that's going to be happening here for the Dire team. Shikuchi away from Nox will clear up the Eidolons though, so S4 maybe has to return back home. There's no shrine for another minute. He's got a long walk back to base if he wants to do that, but he's sticking around here. There's an entire full wave coming in onto that top tower. So he does want to stick around for the experience, and the Shadow Demon potentially here to save up the S4 Enigma, but Pablo returns again. Enigma 1 hit from death, and that's your first blood as the Weaver and Shikuchi away from the remainder of the Malefic's damage. Shadow Demon couldn't really save the Enigma there. It's just too hard.
I guess they didn't expect the Slaughter coming from the side once again, because S4 moved to the right. If he just moved bottom, he would be safe.
Yeah, he definitely got greedy though, right?
Yeah, they were kind of greedy because he did not want to go back, because Shrine is ready in the next 10-15 seconds. Didn't want to go back, lose the precious time.
And the full wave of experience desperately wanted as much as that as possible. What are we looking at now? Level 2 Enfeeble.
Good luck, Phantom Lancer. What, 12 damage plus damage from the Quelling Blade, 24, so he actually has 36 damage.
He's a techies. He's a melee techies, very good. That's not where you want to be, but PL is... He's soaking up a lot of the attention from Bane, right? You don't have this Bane roaming around and pressuring the Tiny or the Enigma, like you said. The dual lanes mid, the precedent has been set. And Phantom Lancer is a hero that can come up pretty strong if he's given a little bit of time in that mid game.
Well, that dual lane mid benefits PL a lot more because Invoker needs way more levels than Phantom Lancer. He's more level dependent. Oh, they're going on a tiny Sunstrike as well. Misses, but Pablo just finishes the job.
Very good. What level Sunstrike was that? Only level 2, but still a tiny brought down by Omni Knight and Slardar. Pablo's making a great run of this game, but mid lane they found the Invoker and the Cogs. 3 heroes here battling away. Looks like Jirax will escape from the Forge Spirits there. The rotation in from, that's from Fan, not going to turn anything around by any means. Very kind of scrappy laning stage though. People getting greedy, people overstepping their bounds. Phantom Lancer not really killable mid lane, it doesn't feel like. The 3 heroes here potentially just wasting their time.
Yeah, plus he has 17 charges on a magic wand. He should maybe even use it if it feels like it. Just regenerate all the mana and the HP. Slardar is one of the heroes that gets a lot of gold from just collecting the runes, because he's one of the better rune controlling heroes. You can't really go and fight him. He's gonna stun and pick up the runes. Same goes for Clockwork.
He just sprints through the river.
Yeah, he got 2 kills and first blood, couple of bounty runes.
Can they
1,000 gold already.
Can they continue on this? It looks like, yeah, the Cogs will be here. Pablo, you've collected runes, you've killed off bad men, but you have been found in the enemy jungle, way distant from the rest of your team. It does draw the attention, though, of both supports in there. The Phantom Lancer leaves the lane as well, so at least the Invoker gets a little bit of free time mid with no pressure at all. Era can kind of reset, start thinking about where he wants to start moving to. Interesting build. Aquila, Null, Raindrops. Seeing a lot more of these kind of slow build-ups for Invokers coming back again. The double Nulls, the Aquilas coming back into fashion for that armor. Raindrops, of course, very important against heroes like PL with the magic nuke damage. It does delay your Midas a little bit, but it just means that you can stay in lane or go into the jungle and just farm a little more efficiently as Magnuson. S4, 2-man black hole, lacking the damage though, unfortunately. The Sunstrike won't land, Pablo will get the crush. The turnaround kill though from those Eidolons will be enough with the PLTP as the disruption from Fly, but do they have the damage before the TP finishes? They do! Double kill for PL, barely scratching that Bane down.
Yeah, that Soul Catcher, level 1, deals so much damage. Shadow Demon, one of my favorite heroes. This patch sadly got kind of nerfed a little bit because of that level 10 talent, but still really good. You have not the best in the laning stage, as we saw when he lanes against a good laner like an Omni Knight. He can't really do too much, but he shines after the 10 minutes after he gets level 6.
That actually is a difficult choice now. I didn't consider that. The 25 XP or the Soul Catcher Illusion. 25 XP gain is so good.
Yeah, but it's not that good. If you look at his other talents, they're not that awesome. I mean, level 15 both are really good, especially for positioning the movement speed. Or you can go like super heavy damage dealer with Shadow Poison. I'll save that for later.
Pablo. Oh, he's deep behind enemy lines and no-tell. Can he toss the Bane back to his team? Not quite just yet. Pablo's running around, sprinting through with a crush onto SD again, but he'll die. Now the chase from Clockwork. Toss forward, in onto Bane. Down he goes. And OG come out swinging in this bottom lane, and it was the Dire that smoked in, looking for that pick-off onto the tiny bottom lane. They bring the Bane, the Slardar, and they had Omni Knight ready to fight. But OG felt it coming. They come in through their own jungle. They bring an additional 3 heroes on top of the one that was waiting there. And they make it work.
Yeah, but they need to play more around Weaver. She has a TP ready. Okay, there she is. Sunstrike misses once again.
Dire's top tower is
Is S4 okay? No. The minus armor stacks up. Shadow Demon's TP. They're not going to do anything there. So as this Dire team, as Final Tribe, you've kind of been running around, you know, looking for pickoffs, trying to force OG into uncomfortable positions. Is this all just a big kind of ruse to make sure Invoker gets a good laning stage? Because Era 0-1-0, sorry, with 60 CS and 19 denies, honestly, he's had a spectacular time.
He's having okay time. With an Invoker gonna have a 12-minute Midas. Still, it's an Invoker. As I mentioned, they need to play more around the Weaver. She's level 10 right now, so with 20 mana break, that hero is just so good right now. Especially when she gets a Diffusal Blade, she can pretty much solo kill anyone. Oh, that should not happen on the bottom lane. He actually killed him with Purification on a creep. Excuse.
Well, that's unfortunate for N0tail. Purification is a lot of damage, up to level 4. Nassim fan makes the tiny pay, fair enough. S4 just continues farming Arcanes into Midas, as we've come to know and love from these offlane Enigmas. And likely then, you know, Blink BKB until his big items start coming out. So N0tail treads Aquila, moving into the Blink Dagger. These big items are coming up pretty damn quickly for OG, it feels like. The Diffusal Blade from Phantom Lance is going to be here, and, you know, 1,000 gold or so. And then you've got this Clockwork. Sure enough, he doesn't look like much, but he's level 6. He's got Hookshot. He's ready to go. And Invoker with his Midas, you know, you were talking about it. He gets that Midas, but that's like step 1, or barely step 1. He needs to continue farming for a long time. Poor little Bane. Trapped in the cogs, and down he goes. But there's still another, you know, 4, 5, maybe more minutes for this Invoker to actually be relevant in this game.
Oh, Tiny's gonna die again.
Is he found? In comes Pablo with a Corrosive Haze. Good Purification will bring Big Daddy down. And the 3 heroes coming in pretty nicely there. Getting more money into the pockets of your Weaver, as that Diffusal you were talking about is also on the cards very soon. Trade with
Mid lane, Bane goes down once again. This is Bane. You have a hero who does not even have boots at level 13. This is so garbage, man. I'm getting a headache.
And even Shadow Demon has boots. Why doesn't the Bane have boots? Oh, Pablo. He's next to his shrine. May feel safe, but the high ground will be held by OG. Forcing him back and away as Aero just throws out meatballs and alacrities whenever he can. N0tail.
Just tossing that Omni Knight.
Get out of here!
It could be triggered by the way he got killed on that bottom lane.
I would be.
Should not happen.
It really shouldn't. But it did. So N0tail has to pick himself up and consider how he gets back into this. So they've got the Midas on the Enigma now. Start accelerating his farm in towards that BKB Blink.
You know why Bane does not have boots? Because he's 0, 4, and 0.
Yeah, it's not the best. But
Well, I've seen the worst, though.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can go, let's say, one death per minute, maybe
More.
maybe even more. If you're low level, you...
One death every 25 seconds, right? 2 deaths a minute, let's go. Well, Hanskin will get there. He'll get his Tranquils eventually.
Well, the thing is, there we'll need to build items on a Weaver, maybe even Mjolnir to clear those illusions. But Phantom Lancer plus Shadow Demon making extra illusions, he can farm so fast, he can deal a lot of damage in a team fight with just offensive disruption on PL.
And just run them in.
Yeah, right now Weaver is the strongest hero. Diffusal Blade plus 20 mana break talent.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's 70 mana break. Plus, if you have Geminate, that's 140 in a second.
And you've got Slardar Blink now as well.
Yeah,
all of that physical damage.
Yeah, I thought of how to counter the Diffusal Blade Weaver when she gets it super fast. You just use all your mana and then go into a team fight, and she doesn't deal that much damage.
Yeah, no extra damage, right? Same against Anti-Mage. As long as his Mana Void's on cooldown. There's backstab spotted by an illusion. They're still running in, but OG quickly up on top of this ramp, the staircase being held, and they'll shift up towards top tier 2, it looks like. So the final tribe making a very decisive move through that jungle to come in onto mid-tier 1. Not going to find a kill or a fight that maybe they were looking for. They'll still find a bit of pressure as Clockwork is still waiting up on this high ground.
Radiant's middle
You can't say stuff like that.
15 seconds. He just needs not to die.
And he's going to die to the Tiny in
10
3,
seconds.
2, 1. Big Daddy goes in onto the Omni Knight. The Fiend's Grip, though, is here from Hanskin. Sunstrike will clear up the Tiny. Down he goes. The hook shot into Cogs. Trapping Hanskin, but the repel is there from Jonas and Fan, and they'll bring down the Slardar in the back. OG are striking into this fight relatively well, but they'll get the disruption just as the TP was about to finish. 2-for-1 exchange. But you've lost your Tiny for 2 supports. One upside, though. Eidolon's pushing tier 3, while the final tribe have to retreat and defend. Well, they didn't take the tier 1 even.
600 damage on a tier 3 tower on top. That's pretty huge.
At 16 minutes, yeah, for sure.
Well, luckily Bane bought boots before he died.
Very good. Are you proud?
I'm proud.
Are you happy now?
middle tower has
Well, that's,
fallen.
in fact, OG who gets the mid-tier 1 before the final tribe do. Where are we looking for this Tiny? So Blink is up. He's heading into a Ghost Scepter next. Jeez. Is he really going to go Ghost Scepter?
Well, it's a no-tail. He's gonna go for it. So I guess the reason to go for a Ghost Scepter so Weaver can't burn all your mana. Diffusal doesn't purge anymore, so you can't remove it. Especially combined with a Slardar. They can Roche so easily with Slardar and plugs from Weaver.
Good scan. They know this is coming in onto the Enigma. The black hole is here, but the Sunstrike, oh, saved with the disruption, and now the Cogs are trapped into. Here's S4! Magnuson launches out the black hole onto 3, and OG, they have absolutely demoralized the final tribe. The toss back onto the Omni Knight, and Omni, you are in trouble. Repel up and the TP scroll out. Do they have a cancel? It doesn't look like it, but do they need it? Yeah, they did. He'll get away back to Fountain, but S4 enabled by Fly. That disruption to save him.
That's why Shadow Demon is one of my favorite heroes. He can just turn around the whole fight with it. Sadly, that they changed toss there, so you can't toss BKB units, magic immune units anymore. Before you could toss them, not in the air, but toss them to another unit.
As long as you had a target, yeah. Bottom lane, they'll find the Tiny. He does not have a Ghost Scepter. He does have an Avalanche, but Pablo sidesteps very nicely. Down goes No Tail yet again.
He wish he had that Ghost Scepter there. He would have lived.
Unfortunately, wasn't to be. And we're looking at this Invoker now, 200 away from Ags. So that 20-minute mark, you know, not the latest of times, but kind of middle of the road, you know, not a super fast one, not a super late one, but kind of, it's all right. It's decent timing here, mid lane. S4 will take a tumble as the dive in from the final tribe. Now we're looking for the Shadow Demon, but looks like Fly has managed to hold them back. Or maybe not. They're jumping in. With the Sunstrike there, they found another.
They should just try to dodge fights when they don't have a black hole. They have Enigma's BKB coming up soon as well. Phantom Lancer needs another item so they can fight. He can just try to split push with the BOTs on Phantom Lancer. Yeah, Roche is gonna die so quickly.
It is
17
time.
seconds until Enigma. I don't know, Dave. Nah, it's just gonna go down.
OG are coming in. Hook shots ready.
Clockwork might try to make some ninja moves with the Rocket Flare, just scouting. Hookshot is ready.
In comes PL, they scout out Ro8. What is he? 1700 HP. There's the jump in with a hookshot onto Bane. Jirax will easily find this kill with the help of Fly, and now Roshan is being broken down. Avalanche toss with a blink from Tiny. Catches out the Omni Knight, and they've got the chain stun here, but the Force Staff up to the high ground, not quite good enough to keep him alive. Maybe if you took a different angle, but it's also hard to, you know, swing your hero around in such chaotic little fights like that. And now it's OG, who look like they might take the Roche. In comes the Swarm from the Weaver, the buyback from the Omni. S4 has no Black Hole for 20 seconds, and No Tail may be in trouble. Out of mana now, doesn't have much to give. They'll take down Pablo, though, as it looks like Resolution is beyond godlike, but Roshan falling, snatched by Yonasum fan. Omni picks up the Aegis with the Guardian Angel out. A good Deafening Blast Meteor combo does come in, but they can't kill a PL just yet. Finally, the Purification and the damage from the Omni buyback clears up that Rezo PL, and it looks like Jirax might be taking a fall as well. Yeah, this is the final tribe swinging back strong. Now No Tail, he's in so much danger. Pablo can come back in with another crush, and they're bringing in the Omni, but it's the Fiend's Grip that holds him in place.
Yeah, these are such a good buybacks. The efficiency, they bought back on Omni Knight and on Slaughter as well. Omni Knight even snatched the Aegis.
Yeah, absolutely huge.
They took a fight, went so deep in, kind of greedy, trying to finish the Roche before Black Hole was ready. Also S4 went for Ogre Axe, then had enough gold to buy Blink Dagger, but sadly Black Hole was not ready there.
Yeah, it was like, when they walked in, it was like 19, 20 seconds until Black Hole was off cooldown. It all happened so quickly, though, as top lane Resolution's going to go and try for a solo kill, and when I say try, he will succeed. Very, very simple for that PL. Final tribe now, they've brought this Invoker. He is looking pretty damn good. Second in net worth, just behind Rezo, just ahead of the little Weaver there, but he's got Ags, Boots of Travel. And then Blink, the Yules can come in time as Tornado launched. Not quite going to catch the Phantom Lancer, unfortunately. Potentially a kill opportunity there, but in comes the Enigma onto Weaver.
Black Hole.
Black Hole for the Shikuchi, and the damage from No Tail should be enough to keep him locked down and bring the bug to his knees.
Yeah, they should just try to dodge fights since they have Aegis. Black Hole is down. Try to farm that BKB on Enigma. It's gonna come pretty quickly with the Hand of Midas. He's level 15, 15 seconds, 15% cooldown reduction. This is a classic build. It's actually, he actually invented it. Midas into mana boots, Clockwork Hookshot.
Poor Bane.
Once again, what are you gonna do, buddy?
He's gonna add 1 to the 8, and now it's 9. Unfortunate for Hanskin, it has been a difficult game for him with all of these abilities to catch him and kill him. No real escape mechanism for the Bane either. But look at Tiny again. I was a little, not confused, but intrigued by the Ghost Scepter, you know? Unusual pickup, but he's kind of adapting to what he's against, to the situations he's found himself in, and now Force Staff is coming. It looks like Tiny just wants to get out of fights when he needs to.
Yeah, he wants to be the one who goes in and out.
S4. He will fall. Pablo traded. Now in comes PL. Omni Knight running out of mana here. He's got 3 1 charges, but Yonasum fan, he's in a spot of bother. But the grip from Hanskin, he comes in and he's going to save up his team potentially here. Doppelganger away. Resolution turns to fight. Yonasum fan nearly dead. One more lance should do the trick, and that will be the Aegis popped as Ira killed by Tiny top lane. Just solo split pushing as it looks like Tiny.
He was in a fight. They killed the Slaughter and he instantly TP'd top to get the hands on Invoker. Invoker should be careful about it. He has BOTs for himself. Maybe if he TP'd bottom instead of trying a split push, they could have gotten a kill on a Phantom Lancer at least.
Oh, Rezo survives. Aegis gone. And Invoker dead for another 20 seconds here. Blink is queued up.
Yeah, Omni Knight with level 10 talent, 90 gold per minute. He has Radiance queued up. He wants to be the one who deals the damage. It's gonna help him a lot against the PL illusions, plus the mischance as well.
Oh, look at that. Jirax He threw the rocket, but hookshot before it came out. They do get the kill onto SD before this really kicks off properly. The Guardian Angel is there to save up Pablo, but the damage from the urn looks like it'll tick him over. That's a kill for the little Enigma for S4 as the Tornado takes down the Clockwork, and oh, No Tail has a Ghost Scepter. Now comes the Meteor Deafening Blast, though. Doesn't look like it's going to do too much damage, or the full amount of damage, but it's still enough to bring him to the brink of death.
PL needs that heart really badly. Level 18, once he gets to level 20 with the extra illusions or Phantom Rush, he can easily continue to split push. But Weaver right now deals way too much damage. Especially the repelled Weaver. There's no way to deal with her unless you black hole.
Like you said, Weaver's heading into Maelstrom after the Lincolns. This Weaver is getting very, very difficult to handle. S4 BKB, what, 300 gold away? He should have it after this Ancient Camp, pretty much. Kill off the Black Dragon, kill off the little ones. Full efficiency there as well as he clears a large camp with his Midas. Oh no, there's one dragon. There's one little dragon left. Come on, S4, send your little idols.
Did you watch How to Train Your Dragon?
How to train? No.
You should watch it. It's
Is
one
it
of my
good?
favorite.
It's the animated, like the black dragon that acts like a cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a bunch of you know, like, oh my god, adverts and you know, highlight reels and stuff from it, but never watched the film itself. Smoke from OG. Where are they going? Have they seen oh, they've seen the Invoker with this Observer Ward. This is big. Era. He gets his Ghost Walk off. Reveal is available, and down he goes. Very swift pick off there from OG as the Courier flies over the Observer Ward as well with a Relic on it. This could be a big pick off, but they can't catch it quite fast enough. It will get itself over to the Omni as he's building that Radiance. The catch on to nobody there. Enigma jumps forward, but immediately has to retreat as mid lane. Weaver, Shikuchi through all of the illusions and cut the wave just behind the Phantom Lancer. Make sure he doesn't get a full push in onto the tier 2 mid.
Weaver needs to be careful. Enigma has BKB and Black Hole ready. As I mentioned, the only thing they have to stop it right now is Grip. There's a Black Hole on an Omni Knight.
And a hook shot, and right clicks, and he's dead.
Yeah, they know he does not have a buyback because they saw a chicken with a relic in it, so they can actually try to go for a tier 3 push if they want to. Invoker dead for 10 seconds. Maybe they can split it up a bit. Top tower is super low, 300 HP only.
Well, Pablo, you may have bitten off a little more than you can chew in this scenario. Resolution just turns and starts battering into the Slardar. Down Pablo goes. Tornado EMP will do a little bit to clear the illusions there. Nicely played, but it's still dangerous territory in the back end. Look at this Weaver just Shikuchiing around. There's a sentry down. And they will get a little bit of a D-ward there. Not quite catching the Observer Ward, though. Finally, No Tail's going for some damage. He's gone for an Assault Cuirass. Bit of attack speed as well.
Still not a actual damage. Can they actually kill her?
Oh, with a hook shot.
Nice combo. Well timed by Clockwork.
That window to kill the Weaver was super tight. Perfect chain stun. And now the Forge Spirit's dying in mid-air. Era stunned up with the Midnight Pulse. Now the Avalanche comes in. They've stunned him, but where's the reveal? One sentry a little further back. Not quite good enough to catch the Invoker, but now with Weaver dead for 50 seconds, no buyback for him either.
Yeah, Invoker with a super greedy build there. BOTs plus a Blink Dagger. Usually you would see a Force Staff against the Clockwork, so he can force himself out. Even if Shadow Demon uses Purge, he can get out of it. This way he has no escape mechanism at all. If they start a fight with hookshot or whatever, just tiny toss.
If he gets touched by one spell, he's gonna fall over.
They just need the reveal for the Ghost Walk.
Oh, Pablo Nice dodge of the crush there with the doppelganger. Big Daddy tosses a young Era back into the PL illusions. The banish is there as well. PL's killed off Hansken elsewhere as that blink out from Era will save him from the onslaught coming his way. But your two supports and the two heroes with like all of your team fight control are dead. Your initiation tool is dead. You rely so heavily on your 3 cores now just to be able to hold onto your base. It's a difficult spot for the final tribe to be in as OG breached the ramp and onto the tier 3. Forge Spirits tried to hold them back, but you were talking about this Phantom Lancer Heart. He is incredibly tanky right now.
And they don't have the way to actually kill him instantly, especially with Shadow Demon sitting behind. The Black Hole is ready. Enigma just needs to catch Bane for a safe Black Hole. Does not have a Lincoln Sphere ready yet.
Well, Soul Catcher is there. Not going to be able to do too much to Jonas Fan as Tornado EMP will annoy and irritate OG, but not going to stop this push just yet. They are retreating a little bit. S4 is actually falling all the way back. Is that just OG feeling a little unsafe, even with the Black Hole available?
They don't want to rush anything. They can play it safe. Roche just spawned. They know about it. Instant smoke. Even if Clockwork dies, it doesn't matter. He has a Force Staff. He has a hook shot as well if he wants to hook the creeps. He's actually juking them. The fuck?
He's TP's away. How does he do it? How does he do it?
Is under attack.
S4, what are you up to? Pushing top lane while Roshan is being attempted here by the Dire team. But I'm pretty sure OG know this is going on.
They know about it. They have a rocket in 6 seconds. Where is it? Black Hole is ready though.
Oh, Bane nearly catches Enigma. S4 blinked back. Now might have to go in. The Fiend's Grip is there. In comes Tiny, cancelling it out. Now the S4, BKB, Enigma looking for a Black Hole, but he can't spot a good jump. Back towards the eastern side is young Era being taken down by the Clockwork and the Tiny. Easy pick off, but the Weaver still doing damage in this fight. The PL tries to chase, but he's lost his entire crew. Hansken is just going to fall here, even with the Aegis, even with that Roshan takedown. They'll get the Black Hole onto Weaver. Timelapse is back with the Aegis still on him, so an unusual play there from OG to try and catch Nox.
Very
Magnus
played by Jonas.
But is he okay? He has no TP. They'll try and
in 2
catch
seconds. Where is Weaver? She
Big
has
Daddy.
Aegis. She can help him out.
No Tail has the AC and a Force Staff, but no mana to cast it just now. Weaver is trying to Shikuchi away. Look for the Clockwork. Put some good cogs there from Jirax. Forces the Weaver out, and this poor little Omni.
2 defusals plus mana talent. Ooh, missed the hook shot there.
Well, that's uncharacteristic of Jirax. He'll keep the vision though. The toss on the PL. Come here, Omni Knight. Get back.
So
Soul Ring Repel TP. Oh, that's really sick actually, if you can get this done. Oh, well played.
So many mana burn, stuff, cogs, Fusil Blade on Phantom Lancer, 1 on Weaver, plus Invoker as well.
With the EMP, yeah. Everybody needs to buy some arcane boots.
Boom, there it goes.
Shadow Demon, Enigma both have arcanes. The Dire team though, they are definitely struggling here. Not a single pair of arcane boots on their squad. So what do we have left from that Roshan fight? We do have Aegis still for 3 minutes on Weaver.
And she's on Invoker.
Okay. So, still looking okay for Final Tribe. They're jumping onto Shadow Demon. That will be a good catch on the fly. The Tiny wants to fight though. Force Staff out. Fiend's Grip in onto the Enigma back end. The Omni Knight still battling with the Tiny. With that Radiance burning, they'll find another kill. 2 for nothing so far as Hansken does have to think about retreating. He might just sacrifice himself for the greater good as Weaver is tossed back into his own Omni Knight. But he's found the backstab here onto Big Daddy. No Ghost Scepter available. No mana for Force Staff either. It looks like Tiny will take a tumble. But the Weaver, oh god! The damage from the PL! Insurmountable! The Weaver falls and Tiny survives. Now Nox maybe in trouble. Shikuchi's away, but he's low on HP. Don't have that Phantom Rush to chase him though. As Resolution switches targets. Back to the Omni Knight, and the Final Tribe hold this little high ground area near the Ancients, waiting to see if anything continues.
And that defensive Solar Crest from Clockwork on Tiny just saved them the missed chance plus the extra armor. They lost the Aegis. Still cheese on Invoker though.
That time
Phantom
should have
Lancer,
died.
yeah, but Phantom Lancer is getting out of control. Once he gets that butterfly, they have nothing to remove the miss effect. Like Weaver needs to build into Mjolnir to clear the illusions. She even needs a BKB, then she needs an MKB. So it's a lot of items because Phantom Lancer is so far ahead.
Kind of stuck in this cycle of reacting to what the PL's doing over and over again, right? Never able to get ahead and do your own thing as the Weaver. I think that's probably one of the... Oh, hello. What's the number now, Hansken? 1 and 13. He's got a kill.
Yeah, this is his second godlike on a PL.
Oh, God. 19, 1, and 5 on Rezo. I still feel like that's probably one of the hardest things about Dota, is knowing when to react to something your opponent's doing and when to try and get ahead of your opponents. Like you see from like tier 2 or tier 3 teams, so often they like TP to try and defend a tier 1 instead of like going and pushing a tier 1 of their own, but fight down a bottom lane is going to be a time lapse immediately from Nox to get away from the cogs. The BKB from Jonas will buy some time for him, but it's a hook shot onto Pablo. The catch is there, but a Force Staff allows him to slide away from danger until that long-range toss. Kobe's him from frickin' downtown.
This is falling apart for the Dire for quite some time. It's only 9k gold lead, but feels a lot more.
And PL just walks up onto the racks. Tornado EMP dodged completely. Resolution steps ahead of this Dire team right now. Disruption will be there to create those aggressive illusions you were talking about to get the extra damage in. He's got Doppelganger. He still holds onto the Manta style if he needs to dodge away from anything, of course, but Rax inevitably falling as the glyph was forced as well. S4 does get shoved into the middle of battle, but the BKB before the grip means that he might just be able to survive through the damage. Sunstrike won't finish him off, and now Hansken in trouble, taken out by the PL. Weaver shooting around, but the cogs are here. Jirax traps in Nox, pushes him back with the cogs as well, and down he goes. Buyback is available for the Weaver here, and it might just be forced as over to the eastern side.
He's gonna black hole him.
Invoker and the... Oh dear.
Oh, what a play by No Tail. First he forces him out, then he tosses him back. Then they Force Staff him in, plus a Spirit Vessel, keeping him alive.
Oh man. Slick plays from OG. Final tribe. Might need to buy back this Weaver. Second lane of Rax is going down. They're holding on to it. Mid and bot Rax have been forfeited here, and Phantom Lance is going in for the tier 4s. Era has the Tornado EMP. There's the Crush. Waiting for a big combo, though. He's caught by the Tiny. Weaver buys back. Looking for Big Daddy now. Out of mana. And has the Ghost Scepter. Waddles away very slowly. Cold Snap does come out from the Invoker. But there's the Lincoln's pop into the Disruption. Meatball deafening onto Tiny. He's going to die here for sure. Finally falls. As they catch the Clockwork, continuing this nice little defense of their base, but the hook shot all the way down to the Ancients. Jirax is flying across the map. Shadow Demon will be the final one to fall in that entire fight. But your 2 lanes of Rax down now as this Dire team, and it looks very, very bad.
The problem is they can't take any objectives, even if they kill these 2 heroes. They can try to rush it mid, maybe even top lane, because top lane is the only lane that they didn't lose.
Defend 1 lane. And how long are we until the next Roshan? 30 seconds until the fastest spawn. Final tribe running down mid lane. Looking to make something happen, but
they're gonna be out. They can just leave the tier 2 on mid, and they will be ready once they reach tier 3. Also, PL illusions are on top. Maybe tier 3 will go down on top of just the illusions.
Radiant's middle tower
That needs to
has
go back
fallen.
home.
That's super annoying. Tier 2 did die. But now Yonasan fan forced to BKB. Hook shot forward. They've caught him here. No way to get him out of the cogs apart from just bashing them around. Arcane Rune
For Enigma.
still sitting there for the Enigma. Yeah, he's just waiting around. Pick it up as late as he possibly can. And he's been pinged out as well.
What's the cooldown? 88 seconds on Black Hole.
With the Arcane Rune. That's pretty good. Wait, does he have a Shiver's Guard or something coming? No. Yeah, he has a plate mail.
It's just a casual armor.
Against Slardar Weaver.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like it's needed. Oh, hello. Courier dies. Tome
Has been
taken
killed.
out of the game there. Clockwork would have liked to push himself a little closer to 25.
Yeah, Clockwork 25 is so annoying. The minus 0.3 battery assault interval is so good. You really can't cast the spell.
He can't move. He can't do anything. Very obnoxious. So is this. Phantom Lancer, with the help of Midnight Pulse, scouts out Slardar, brings him down to half HP, but they have redacted their statements here, walking back to hit the racks, focusing buildings. S4 being focused down, forced to BKB, but there's the black hole. Not amazing, misses out on the Weaver, and the turn is here. Guardian Angel pop. There's Yonasan fan sprinting forward to look for this Clockwork. With the help of Nox, they'll have the damage to bring him to his knees. But it's Mega Creeps now up against the final tribe as the Phantom Lancer seems unstoppable. Diving into the base, looking for maybe the jump into the fountain. Now he'll leave Era to regen back up there as Tiny, yet again, will be sacrificed
Has fallen.
to this dire squad. And Phantom Lancer, the only one left standing. Maybe he turns and fights, maybe he gets a kill, maybe he gets crushed by Pablo and hit by the EMP, but the Phantom Lancer will doppelganger forward, looking for something extra with this Orchid. He's just picked himself up, and silencing this Invoker will be an amazing pick-off for them. Buyback is there. Definitely not something you want to be expending.
Still 0 defensive items on Invoker. Phantom Lancer, they really can't deal with him. Weaver can buy a
Dire's
full
middle tower
Mjolnir
is under
just to
attack.
clear the waves. They can try to defend it a little bit, maybe even go for a rapier if he feels like it.
Just a rapier.
Just a
Get it,
casual
just get in there.
rapier.
And he finishes BKB.
BKB does not change anything here. I mean, it's still mega creeps. So Roche, number 3 is up, so
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
I'm surprised that the Enigma is not picked more often, especially because of the new Roche. The third Roche, if you kill it quickly, you can have the
Dire's
refresher
top
shard
shrine
with
has
Enigma
fallen.
between 35 and 40-minute mark.
Wait, what just happened there?
What?
I swear Enigma had some items, but not anymore. BKB from S4, as he
Look at this.
is...
Look at disassembled mana boots. What boots of travel?
Ah, so he did. Oh dear, Omni getting crit down by this level 25 talent from PL. They do find Pablo elsewhere, but Yonasan fan is a bigger kill. 2 minutes without the Omni. And it looks like it will be lights out for the final tribe in game number 1. They're trying a valiant effort to defend their throne and their base, but even Era's Invoker not strong enough to hold up against this Phantom Lancer of Rezo with the Bloodthorn fully completed in the back end. Weaver going in deep, looking for Jirax, but I'm not sure this is going to work out. The Phantom Lancer's found a target. Deafening Glass not going to land with the Meteor either. Era misses out on a combo there, and PL just crits down onto Pablo. Says good night.
Yeah. Whoa.
And that'll be game 1 going the way of OG. I want to say the result is expected, but Final Tribe put up a much better fight than maybe we would have expected here.
Well, their heroes need some time to come online. With Enigma, Tiny, Phantom Lancer, you can't fight that early on, especially because Tiny was kind of shut down after he got his Blink Dagger. I love the build though on a Tiny. No-Tail is one of the players that loves to experiment and knows how to adapt in certain situations. With that Force Staff and the Ghost Scepter, which allowed him to go in and out, they could not focus him. It was pretty good though.
Yeah, it was kind of funky, but you know, it worked out nicely there.
Yeah, not
with
what you see usually, but great minds can think in front of the situations that what's happening, what's gonna happen, what he needs. He's thinking out of the box. Kudos to No-Tail.
Adapting to his scenarios and
Yeah.
situations. But yeah, game one goes the way of OG. Best of threes, though, of course. So we'll return after a short break, Lacoste, with game number 2.
See you soon.
Amazing.